How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store is running its excellent indie sale right now. Over 1,000 deals. A lot of lower key titles are for sure on sale, but a lot of great games are discounted as well, and a lot of games you guys probably have missed out on. And a lot of games that are pretty well known as well. It's kind of a mix of a lot of different titles. Lower key games, more well-known games, but a lot of great deals are available. Want to highlight games under the price of $5 in this video, so let's get right into it and let's start things off with one of the best downloadable titles of all time, and honestly a game that showcased how good downloadable games could be way back in the day, and that is Bastion, which is 70% off for $4.49. Bastion to me is a timeless game. It is just a fantastic action title with a tremendous art style, fantastic narration, quality gameplay, and a good story to boot. And for $4.49, again, just a fantastic game. Done by Supergiant Games, which at this point, they have become one of the better-known studios in all of gaming. They don't do, like, full-price $60 games, but man, their games have so much heart and soul attached to them, and Bastion was just a fantastic game. 70% off for $4.49, in my opinion, is a fantastic pickup, so definitely go check it out if you have yet to. Next up, speaking of games with a lot of heart and soul to them, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is also a great pickup. It is 75% off for $4.99. Man, there aren't a lot of games that can make grown men cry. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, I would put in that category, that can make grown men absolutely weep in tears, but it's a great game. It's a very atmospheric title, adventure game, and, you know, the visuals don't hold up as nicely. Like, I wouldn't say it employs an art style like Bastion that has aged gracefully over the years, but Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, you're getting into this game for the excellent storytelling. The gameplay is pretty good as well, and it's not a super lengthy game, but it's a quality game the whole way through, and a very emotional game at the same time. Engaging characters, good development. $4.99, I think, is a great buy, but I should note that the game is available through PlayStation Plus Extra, so if you do want to play it that way, that is an option as well, and if you have a subscription service, you can play it that way. Alright, next up, we got Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, 90% off for $3.99. You guys know me, I'm not huge on these tactics-based games, but Shadow Tactics was another title that I really enjoyed, probably because I was very much into the setting of this game. You had this Edo period setting, and the tactics gameplay is pretty good. You have a variety of different difficulty settings as well. If you want to take, you know, a lighter approach, that is possible as well, and you have quite a bit of variety in the different locales and the regions you go to. Game is quite good, pretty rewarding as well. A decent cast of characters, and for $4, I think this is a great buy. Definitely a game that's probably better suited with the use of a keyboard and mouse, but it makes a smooth transition to the DualShock controls as well, or DualSense controller if you guys are on a PS5, but $4 I think is a great deal, and a relatively lengthy game as well, so you're definitely getting your money's worth out of this one. Next up, want to mention a couple of Metroidvania titles. We have SteamWorld Dig 2, which is 75% off for $4.99, or if you're a Plus subscriber, you'll save an extra dollar and you'll get it for $3.99. This is an excellent Metroidvania title, a steampunk Metroidvania that got a really strong reception. Like, I remember when this game initially came out, I was seeing like 9s and 10s all over the place. It's got an 85 on Metacritic, but a lot of outlets gave it 9s and 10 out of 10s, and I was like, whoa, gotta check this game out. Ended up checking it out, really enjoyed it. Has this mining aspect to it as well. Gameplay has some depth to it. Art style is pretty good. I think the game, you know, for a Metroidvania, it looks solid and has a lot of regions and different variety in its exploration as well. So for $3.99, I think this is a good pickup as well. Next up, also want to give a shout to Guacamelee 2 Complete, which is 80% off for $4.59. This is a Metroidvania that I often talk about how underrated it is, and that's just a reality of the situation where there's so many high-quality Metroidvanias out there that even a game at the quality level of Guacamelee 2, as good as it is, it just goes a little bit under the radar, which is unfortunate because it's an excellent game. Very charming. You play as this luchador, you're doing suplexes and whatnot. It's a very charming game. Hilarious game at times as well. And if you're a fan of Metroidvanias, again, this is one that really goes under the radar. You got the complete edition here, which has some additional stuff, so definitely worthwhile to check it out. You have a game here that you don't have to take too seriously, but the gameplay is quite strong here, so would give that a shout. Next up, want to give a shout out to both Hotline Miami and Hotline Miami 2. Wrong number. Now, there is the Hotline Miami collection, which sometimes goes on sale for $4.99. The base price is $19.99. But Hotline Miami 1 is $2 right now. Hotline Miami 2 is $3.74. Those are good pickups. If you guys don't know what Hotline Miami is, you should fix that as soon as possible. It's very much a throwback. Fast-paced gameplay, absolutely violent, visceral, bloody as all hell. This is not a game for the faint of heart. It can get a little challenging at times. Great throwback soundtrack as well, but super fast-paced and a lot of carnage to go around. Hotline Miami 2 is great as well, but either way you slice it, you're gonna get a good game. And again, the game where if you want to tune out and just wreak absolute havoc and have a little bit of mayhem in your life, Hotline Miami is going to do a good job in fulfilling that role for sure, and super cheap for both of them. Alright, next up, we have one of the most iconic multiplayer games, can I say of all time, at least in recent memory. We have Among Us, 25% off for $3.74. Look, I imagine most of you guys at this stage of the game know what Among Us is. Very much a social game. You've got imposters running around, and you got to figure out, you know, who the imposter is while, you know, trying to stay afloat. It's a fun game. When it initially had all the buzz surrounding it, I played the hell out of it and definitely had a good time with friends playing this. Obviously, it is a game I recommend you have a group of people to play with, because otherwise, you know, and not gonna be as fulfilling of an experience to me. But yeah, a lot of fun is Among Us, and it's not gonna see deep discounts. It's already priced at $4.99, but hey, you got it a little bit cheaper here. 25% off for $3.74, I think is a pretty good pickup. Next up, here's a game that when it goes on sale, I like to give a mention to just because it is very underrated in my opinion. Not to say that State of Mind is a game that I would pay the full $19.99 for, although I did back when it initially came out, but for, you know, everybody else that you've waited this long, when it's 90% off for $1.99, I think it's a pretty good pickup. This game has one of the most unique art styles that you're gonna see in a game, and I don't want to say it's a really good art style, because I could see people looking at this game and being like, whoa, I don't like how this game looks like, but it's got a very trippy setting, it's got a very trippy visual style. Aesthetically, to me, I think it looks really good, and I think the presentation is really strong. It explores a lot of interesting thematics, very much a story-driven game, but I would give it a look. At $1.99, it's one of the more unique games you're going to come across, and I'm not going to say it's absolutely perfect, but if you want something a little bit more trippy, if you want something that explores some interesting themes, if you like sci-fi titles, State of Mind is going to be a game that I think for $2, it's well worth a pickup. I want to do another playthrough of this at some point, because I played it when it initially came out, and I want to say that was back in 2017, 2018, so it's been a while, and I have been wanting to do a video on this just because this is a game that does not get a lot of attention. And again, it's not to say that this game is absolutely stellar in every regard, it's far from that, but it was a really unique game, and I would say give it a look, especially if the setting and the art style to you, if you do like it. Lastly, I do want to give a shout out to Super Meat Boy Forever, which is 75% off for $4.99. Now, if you have never played the original Super Meat Boy, I would probably say go pick that up over Super Meat Boy Forever. Forever employs a different gameplay style that might not be for everyone, but if you enjoyed Super Meat Boy, if you like the aesthetic, the look of the game, it is still a pretty challenging game, and it still has some of the elements that made the original really good. I'm recommending this on the basis that this is a steep discount on the game, that I believe this is the deepest discount we've seen on this game thus far, so 75% off for $4.99, I would say is a good price for Meat Boy Forever. I couldn't recommend it at anything higher than like $10, but at $4.99, it's an auto runner, and the visual and the aesthetic style is still on point compared to the original Super Meat Boy, but yeah, if you never played the OG Meat Boy, check that out, and you can break your controller as well. But that's gonna do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals available across the indie sale. Wanted to take a look at deals under $5. Again, Bastion, that's a home run pickup. I think everybody should have that in their library if you somehow have missed out on that excellent game. Brother: A Tale of Two Sons, a very narrative-driven game. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, I think, is a solid pickup. A couple good Metroidvanias in SteamWorld Dig 2 and Guacamelee 2, Hotline Miami, and Hotline Miami 2 if you want something that's absolutely chaotic, visceral, and bloody. So quite a bit of options across the board for everyone. Links to all of the deals, as always, will be in the description box below. That is going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.